What is up, guys? You got NotTheWorst here, bringing you episode 2 of our PvP Loser to Legend series. And this week we are fighting against a fellow Dark Knight, So Dandy. If you guys don't know who he is the administrator for the DK Discord and a very, very experienced, very geared, very good DK as well. I'll go ahead and link his gear here, and for reference, once again, mine, if you're new to the channel and don't know it already, is on screen there. So for this week, I wanted to definitely go against a DK, and especially somebody like So Dandy, who's got a lot of experience and can kind of give me some tips and things to improve a little bit more, help with engages and movement and those sort of things. So the difference between episode 1 and episode 2 is pretty noticeable in general, which you'll see in the fights here, and I think that's actually going to help me as far as progressing into the next episodes against different classes. Obviously, I'll need to figure some things out as I go, depending on what classes we're fighting, but I think fighting against another DK was about as helpful as it could get early on, so I'd like to revisit that in not too long. If you guys do not mind, I would also head on over to So Dandy's Twitch page. He streams pretty frequently, and YouTube, he does have some video guides and stuff up. Check him out, drop him a follow and a sub. He's a really awesome guy, and he's really, really good, definitely worth a watch. So definitely check him out, and shout out to him for helping me out this week. He spent a lot of time working with me tonight, so it was a really big help from him, and I really appreciate that in general. Next thing, these fights, I know that in the comments people were asking me to give commentary over the fights. I am not able to do it while I'm fighting, and in this particular episode I am just gonna show the fights as they are with a little bit of light background music, since most people didn't want music at all playing before. That is because in this one most of our fights are broken up between conversation. He's giving me a lot of pointers and tips and things to adjust and things I wasn't doing well, and how to do stuff better in between them. So there was a lot of space in between fights in some instances, and a lot of conversation, and most of it was, you know, back and forth and talking about other things sometimes too. So I don't want to necessarily put that commentary in for this one, because it's just gonna be all chopped up, and you'd just be listening to kind of like a podcast while we're doing it. So for the next week episode, I don't know what class I'll be fighting just yet. While I get those fights set up, I will do commentary voiceover after the fights. But for this one, since this was more kind of a training episode than anything else, I won't have those commentary notes in just yet. So one more with a little light background music to go with it. But these fights are pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with how things came out in general from this fight. So without any more rambling from myself, here are those fights. I hope you enjoy them. So that concludes our episode 2. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with the results of that. Still plenty of things to work on. I still have a bad habit of dashing a little bit too often, so going to continue working on that. But at least I think between episode 1 and 2, there was a pretty large difference in what was going on. All thanks to Dandy helping me out with a lot of those pointers. Once again, guys, be sure to go check him out. There's a link to his Twitch page in the description below. Definitely want to go and check him out. He's a lot of fun to watch and a really helpful dude. He's always talking to chat and giving some pointers too, so definitely see his channel. Aside from that, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you get notifications for new videos, and if you want to catch me live, there's also a link to my Twitch page down there as well, so feel free to hop on over there if you want to see some of the live streaming, and looking forward to episode 3. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.